Dude, the Elf King had a prison sentence. Bethany Books presents a wonderful Vlogmas month. Yeah. I thought that said something else. Morning guys, yep, it is still morning. So today is like the official last day of school. I went in, I got stuff done, I didn't film any of that. I don't actually know the time. I think it must be midday now. So I'm back home, I've got a few emails to do, but I did just go out for a wonderful brunch with my mentor teacher, just like our final little mentor meeting for the year, and we finished it up by going to the book sale, my favourite Palmy North pop-up bookstore, which has resulted in like, at least a quarter, a third, a half of that pile behind me. It's closing down, It's got 2 weeks left. So they're in their like final phase of like $1 a book things. And then apparently next week they're doing a box, like a banana box for $5, like fill it for $5. So there's probably going to be another Vlogmas where I go there and just buy a crap ton of books. So I do have a little haul to come to you because I have no self-control. Here's my outfit that I wore. Hey, there we go. I've just got on this old polo shirt. It actually used to be my boyfriend's dad's, then it was my boyfriend's, now I wear it. Just some jeans and my Nike shoes. Book haul time though. I have no self-control, but I'm not mad. I'm allowed to buy books because that's my passion. So here are some books that I bought. Because like I said, I have no self-control. Alright, how many books do I have here? Let me do a quick count. 8 books. Let's start here. This is another Stephen King. I honestly just got it to add to my King collection, and because, again, it's not a massive one, and I want to read it. Oh, by the way, all these books were $1. So technically I've got, how many did I say? 8 books? 8 books, so technically $8, but I donated $2 to round it to an even 10. So I paid $10 for these books, so just in case you're interested. So yeah, this is another Stephen King. It is called Desperation. Honestly, the blurb's a little bit confusing. It sounds like there's a town called Desperation. Yeah, in the middle of the Nevada desert, and essentially people who are traveling to the town never make it. So it's some sort of mystery around where the people go. I'm trying to go through these in some sort of order. So these are the books that I've heard of. The next one is Train Spotting. I picked this one up simply because it's one of my colleagues' favourite books. It's also a really famous book, and it does sound interesting. It's about an Irish gang, I'm pretty sure. Oh! Guys, I found book treasure! Oh my god, yes! I didn't even know this was in here. It's a ticket. It's a ticket to enter the Florida Aquarium. Oh my gosh, I'm so happy. Admission good for 1 adult. Oh my gosh, look at the date. 18th of July, 96. I wasn't even born then. I was born that year, but oh my gosh. Okay, don't mind me just oh my goshing for like 3 hours. You know what I need to do? I need to start a little collection like around here, like make these bits of treasure. Sorry, you couldn't see me then. I was holding up to the wall. Making these bits of treasure like art, because I've got the bookmark I found from that hole that time somewhere as well, and I can like line them up. I don't even know what I was saying. The next book I heard of is Catch-22, which is one I got primarily because it's on my top 100 books poster over here. This one is also a book that's very well known and one that people teach as well, so I am curious to see its educational merits for students. Again though, this book doesn't have a blurb. All it says is it's a savage indictment of 20th century madness and a desire of the ordinary man to survive it. It has no blurb of any sort, so I actually don't know what this book is about. If any of you, like I could look this up, I could go on Goodreads, but if any of you could like summarize it in a sentence or two if you've read it, I would appreciate that. Any other books here that I've heard of? Yes, this one. This is The Illuminaries, and it's kind of famous in New Zealand. I don't know if you've heard of it. Let me know if you have. It is massive, and it has won the Man Booker Prize Award. It's blurbed by New Zealand Herald, The Telegraph, The Guardian, some of our national like newspapers and stuff. And I will admit that I have read it before. Well, I say that. I read it like 70 pages into it back when I was at high school, and I DNF'd it, but back then I didn't know the term for a DNF. I just returned it to the library and got another book out because I found it really hard to read. But everybody I know has read this and not liked it. I mean, including Past Self. But it's so well known that I'm like, why? So for $1, I thought, you know what? I'm going to try my hardest to read it. And we'll see how it goes. What's it actually about? Essentially a network of fates and fortunes that are intertwined. So it sounds like a historical contemporary. Now, the rest of these books I haven't heard of at all, and I only picked up because I actually discovered them. I was drawn to either their cover or their title and read the blurb and thought they were interesting. And the first one of these is this one. Again, it's an old library book, but I'll take the cover off and stuff. And this is Prince Lestat, written by Anna Rice. It's a Vampire Chronicles book, which is what got me drawn in to begin with, because I haven't read a good vampire-y paranormal book that's adult in a while. I read Midnight Sun, but that's young adult, and I read the Vampire's Guide, the Southern Book Club's Guide to Slaying Vampires, and if you saw my What the Hype video on that, you'll know that I didn't really rate it that highly. So yeah, I picked this one up. I'm trying to remember what sentence drew me in. Oh yeah, this is the sentence. The novel opens with the vampire world in crisis. Vampires have been proliferating out of control. And that's all I read. That's all I'm going to read. That's what my eye was drawn to when I looked at the blurb. And it was very much like, ooh, out of control vampires. Vampires having to rein in their own kind. Interesting. I then picked up another library one, which is called The Vanishing Witch. Fantasy me was drawn in. Also, I liked the cover. This one, I got drawn in by the sentence, people start dying unnatural deaths and the peasants decide it's time to fight back. It becomes all too easy to spy witchcraft at every turn. So I just really liked the idea of peasants being a part of it. So I actually went, as I've mentioned, with my mentor teacher, who is just a colleague and friend at this point, and she said she keeps being told to read this book. So she's never read this, but her brother always tells her to read this. Again, another massive tale. But I was like, you know what? I'm going to pick it up because look at the author photo. Hang on, I need to get out of frame so it focuses. Okay, at this rate, I might have to insert a picture of what I'm looking at here. Does he not look like the Elf King from Lord of the Rings? Does he not? That's why I picked it up in the end. I was like, oh yeah, let's have a read. And then I saw that and I'm like, I'm buying it purely for that author picture. Okay, so what is it about? I genuinely don't even know. Why do books not have blurbs? Oh, whoa. Again though, listen to the guy. So the author is Gregory. He was born in Melbourne and he was sentenced to 19 years in prison for a series of armed robberies. He escaped prison and spent 8 of his years in Bombay, where he established a free medical clinic for slum dwellers. He was recaptured in Germany, sent back to Australia, finished his sentence. He's now a full-time writer. Dude, the Elf King had a prison sentence. Goodreads link below if you want to find out what it's actually about. And then the last one I got, I'm quite excited for. It's this Writing for Self-Discovery with Prompts book. Let's just get rid of those bits of paper. I actually found this in the teaching section, so it is intended to be like a prompt for students, I believe, but I kind of want to use it as well, so I think I'm going to double up with it. I like journaling. I've talked already briefly about the tarot side of myself, and I thought this could be a really cool thing to help me, guide me in that realm of thinking. For $10, and Probably next week I'll go back and buy more, but you know what? It's for a good cause, it's cheap, and I'm genuinely excited about the books I got. Hey guys, cleaning update. I remembered that my mum gifted me a whole bunch of photo frames, so I'm gonna put those bits of book treasure in it. Ta-da! Yeah, I reckon back here. Ta-da! Oh, I'm so happy with that. Yes. Here's the reality of the situation, though, guys. I now need to find all of the home for all of these books from the past few days on this shelf. Okay, let's try. That's all we can do. Reading update. I'm up to page page 64 of Romeo and Juliet, so halfway. Yeah, halfway. I am enjoying it, but I think I'm enjoying it because I'm really able to recognize and appreciate how much this book has influenced the whole world of the arts, because I'm not just meaning books, I'm meaning plays and music and musicals and like everything that comes under that. It's inspired so much, and I don't think I'll be able to give this a rating out of 5 because I feel like it transcends star ratings. You know what I mean? Like, if I was to look at it completely objectifiably, I would be like, well, half of the words I don't really understand. I'm just having to read between the lines. It's a really fast insta-love. There's definitely a lot of gender issues, you know, and then if I think about it in the context of when it's from and like when it's written, I'm like, okay, things make more sense. So I just feel like I can't rate it on the scale that I use to rate modern fiction. Ooh, okay. All right. Genuinely was going on to Goodreads to like put the Goodreads links on for the books from the vlog I just edited, but the results are in for the winners of Goodreads. Oh, now I will, oh my gosh. Hello, professional framing. I was genuinely going to do like a reading the books and live reaction of Goodreads books. That made no sense. Let me start again. I was going to do a like dedicated video to the Goodreads announcement. In fact, I've filmed every single voting process stage. But ultimately, I just think it's a boring video. I looked at it, I'm like, I am not going to put a video out just for putting a video out's sake. Professional. So instead, what I'm going to do is go with the flow and react in this little vlog. So let me get my screen recorder up. Here we are. The results are in. So let's have a look. Okay, predictions before I look. I could only vote for... turn it away from me. I could only vote for a couple of genre categories because I wasn't voting for books I hadn't read. So I could vote for, I think it was YA fiction, new releases, and general fiction. But a lot of these books I haven't heard of. And I'm thinking, let me know if this is a vibe, from the genres I'm genuinely interested in, of reading the like winners and deciding if I think they are good enough to be winners. Essentially, do you think I should be judgmental AF about books because I can on the internet for a laugh? Or, I mean, like, genuinely, I hope I like them. But anyway, these are the categories. And are these the winners? Like, what am I looking at, Goodreads? Are these the winners? Do I need to go view results? Best fiction, The Midnight Library. Ooh, that's already on my want to read list, as you can see. Hang on, let's make sure I'm scooched over so you can fully like have the little insert down there. Wait, so these are all the nominees and it says how many votes. Oh my gosh, no, do you see this? There were 4 votes between the winner and the runner-up. No, 5, I can't math. 5 votes. Oh my gosh, that's so close. All right, I'm gonna just open that in a new tab so I can look at it later. All right. Let's go who won mystery and thriller. Stephen King? Or is he horror? Oh, Lucy. Hi, I'm a bookstagrammer, and you say this word as Lisa. Okay, again, another one that's on my want to read list. Oh, they won by so much as well. Like double. Wow. Historical fiction. I don't think I was familiar with any of these. Oh yeah, The Vanishing Half. Won by a lot more as well. Fantasy. I voted in fantasy for Crescent City. Yo, it didn't win by heaps though. Like only 2,000 votes in it. What else was here? Oh, Piranesi on my shelf. Interesting. Romance. I am not surprised. That has been freaking everywhere. Is that book 2? Hang on, let's find out. I've seen one. That's book 1. Okay, I've seen that everywhere, and everyone's already reading book 2 down here. All right, I'm not surprised. Not surprised. Although I am surprised it's a romance. For some reason, I thought that would have been fantasy. Is it even a fantasy? Yeah, it's a fantasy romance. It was just put in the romance category. Oh, okay. This big boy, eh? I mean, when you guys saw it in the video, you were like, yes, it is good. It is worth it. So I've got it. I've got that one. Did I add that? Yeah, I was going to say Riot Baby is what I'm interested in. There we go. I voted for the Book of Coal because out of all of these, it was the only one I read and I thought it was actually pretty good. All right, horror is surely going to be Stephen King. I'm actually so happy it's not. He has won enough. There, I said it. He's won enough. Mexican Gothic. Okay. Who did I just see read that? Books and Lala. I just saw in her vlog reading that. I wonder what her reaction to all of this will be. Okay. I'm just looking down here. I'm not interested in humour, non-fiction, memoir. Nah. Debut novel. There we go. That's an interesting one. Have not heard. I remember when I was doing the last round of voting on this and everything was like narrowed down. The only one I've genuinely heard of before voting, like these books are out and about now a bit more on BookTube. I'd heard of My Dark Vanessa and Cemetery Boys, but I hadn't heard of any of the others. Next up is young adult fiction. I think I voted for Ballad of Songbirds and Snakes. Clap When You Land. Okay. Ooh, I actually think this is ready for me to be picked up from. I think that is ready for me to pick up from the library. Ooh. I think my recent reading wrap-up will be up. Oh, will it be up before this? It might be up before this vlog. And you will see that I didn't finish that one. Okay, YA fantasy. Okay, this is the one I voted for Ballad on. No, I voted for Midnight Sun. Unpopular opinion, I don't like these books, as you potentially guessed. I mean, cool though. Cool that it won. Congratulations, Holly Black. Yeah, I voted for Midnight Sun. How close was it? A few thousand in it. Yeah, you can see my rating there. 3 stars, 4 stars, 4 stars. My logic for Midnight Sun is that I thought as a prequel addition to a series, I thought it added more to the series as a whole than Ballad did. But that's also knowing that I went in there as like a old Twilight fan. I hear a car. That's the neighbours. Yeah, like you can see them peeking up there. I read Twilight as a 13-year-old. I was never part of that like massive fan thing, like woo 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 woo. I don't know what that was, but that was never me. But I still enjoyed Twilight books. They were like my first vampire YA romance books, and it really spurned my journey of YA fantasy, which has led me to where I am today. So I do hold that series, even though it's problematic, I do hold that series with somewhat a bit of reverence, excuse me, because I do think it changed the game a bit. Any other genre things I'm interested in? No. All right, well, there's my live reactions. I'm still punting. I keep wanting to say words and it doesn't fit the situation. I'm just going to keep turning a few pages on this. Did I make any progress since I saw you last? No. All right. Back to reality. Okay, it's only drizzle. I can do this. Time to go for a run. That was the hardest run in my life. So I'm up to the final scene in Romeo and Juliet and I'm bored because I know what's going to happen. So I'm going to play Mario Kart instead and I will try finish it before I go to sleep. But otherwise, night guys. I'll see you tomorrow.